So I'll run through quickly for you 7 things that women. When I'll tell the men 7 things that men should. Wherever I stop, I'll stop. I need to say this, that this is not necessarily what you should try to catch a man. This should be for a man that you have already caught. All right? Because I know sometimes how women think. Because you're doers. Don't go and overdo. All right? You can't catch a man that doesn't want to be caught. In fact, in the first place, you should not even be trying to catch him. You're the one trying to catch you. All right? So please be very careful. The idea of what I'm sharing is that you're already in a committed relationship. These are 7 things you should be providing in a relationship. Okay? Number 1 is acceptance. I talked a bit about that in the book, A to Z of Marriage. Everybody should get those books, please. All right? Marriage, I talked about acceptance. So that's one of the things men like, acceptance. All right? If you are going to, man is going to really love you, you must be very accepting of who he is. Again, I'm not talking about a physical kind of behavior. I'm talking about that. This is somebody that you guys are in love, having normal friction, okay? That happens. So what a man is looking for is acceptance. Men like where they're accepted. Like I said, this is why those worldly men like to go to a lot. In a there's 100% acceptance. Nothing you want to say in a that will make anybody angry. If you say I killed my mother, they'll just laugh. Ha ha, you're a bad guy. Nobody's going to be upset. All right? Men like acceptance. Acceptance. All right? You can change them, but you must first accept them. You must change them, but you must. In fact, those of you that are experienced in marriage, you discover that a lot of times, even when you are telling your husband to do something for a long time, you have to, one of the skills you have to let him feel he's the one that brought you there. Men like acceptance. Number 2 need of man is admiration. Most men have a hero. That's how we are made. That's why we like hero movies from when we, superhero movies from when we're young. Every child watch Superman, Batman, Captain America. So there's something in us that wants to save. That's why if you look at Ephesians chapter 5, what God told men is like a superhero thing. He said, husbands, love the way Christ loved the church and gave himself for. That's a superhero kind of thing. So that's how men are wired. They have a hero complex. So one of the things you must give your husband or the man in your life is admiration. He needs to constantly feel that he's making an impact in your life, that he's your hero. Statistically, they found out men would rather marry. I don't know how, but let me just use the idea. If a man is earning less than 100 pounds, and you are earning 300 pounds or 500 pounds, instead of that, and it likes you, most men, instead of them to marry you, they would rather go and marry somebody that's earning 50 pounds so that they'll still be like a hero to her. All right? Statistically. Some of you have already experienced what I'm saying. That is on paper, is that most men would rather go and marry you so that they can still feel like a hero, as opposed to marrying you that anymore, they can't impress you. So if it doesn't mean that even dating another, even if you can do things for yourself, please allow your husband to do things. He needs to feel like he's making an impact. If he wants to open doors for you, allow him open doors. Don't say, I have my own with myself. No. When you're with your man, baby, sometimes act like you can't do it. I can't do it. Come and help me. All right? Carry it and feel like, yeah, I'm helping my wife. I'm a strong man. He needs to feel like a hero. There are many ladies that, don't allow their men feel important because they want to do things themselves. Sometimes you're overdoing. Let him feel like he's making an impact. All right? Very, very, very important. There must be admiration. If you notice, with all these things I'm giving you, this is part of what also helps affairs to thrive. Because a lot of these guys get these things house help. It can be one small, but these small changes gives her, makes him feel like, yeah, I'm being respected. Where? Okay. So admiration. You need to let him know he's a hero. Let him know he's the man. Let him know he's doing well. Find what he's doing well. I know he's not doing everything well, but find what he's doing well and of admiration for it. Number 3 thing a woman should provide is assistance. Assistance. The average woman, because nowadays some women don't develop in the way they should, but the average woman is way more than a man. You guys are totally, the things that you think are normal, they are natural. They are not normal and natural for us at all. Those of you that follow me on Instagram, I put a picture of Pastor Peter that was watching a movie and reading something. Those things, you guys, it's totally phenomenal. We can't even do it. We can't even watch the movie and even get all the details. And we are watching this only. But a woman is watching and doing other things, and everything is going fine. She's getting it because you are wired differently. You're totally phenomenally. You use two sides of your brain. To you, that's normal. For us, sounding it is phenomenal. We have only one side of our brain that works. Doesn't work. When a child at a very young age, the rush of testosterone divides the two sides of the nerves connecting two sides of the brain. So only one works. But for you, your own remains like that, the same. So the two sides are working. You're juggling two things at the same time. Constantly can multitask. All right? You have the gift of details. You just pick details. You pick details. You see things. There are many things you have. People don't see details. So you are so gifted. One of the things you should provide is assistance. Men need assistance. So bring your full self. There are things you can do. It can be domestic assistance, for instance. It's one of the major things that men need. Most guys are not good in organizing their lives. I was telling a single man yesterday that you might think you're doing well now, but marrying a good woman will incredibly multiply your success incredibly. All right? Every woman has a womb, not just a physical womb, but also a spiritual womb. All right? You can bring joy to pass. I remember the first man that got married, the thing he got married was assistance. Romance. So you see, the thing moving him is not the same thing moving you. You want romance and love and all those things, family. That's not what motivated Adam. Adam's reason for getting married is help. Not good for this man to be alone. I will look for a helper. So assistance. Me getting married changed my life. I had many dreams. I didn't even know where to start from. But Pastor Peter coming, women can put things in detail, put things in perspective, arrange this, handle things. They can think faster, they can hear better, they can see better, they can think faster. Amazing. So provide assistance. All right? Provide assistance. Remember, this assistance, it mustn't be by force. But that's another thing. All right? Don't say you must take my advice. Next thing, a man needs advice. Don't say you must take my advice or else I'm backing down. No. You must learn that sometimes men take advice slowly. Because we hear as fast as you. You hear quickly. Women, you guys are phenomenal. You guys just don't know it. If you see women talk sometimes, that's why we need you to slow down. I want to talk to you. Come from topic to topic. Women, you can jump from topic to topic, and it's okay because you guys know where you stop in the last topic, and you continue to go back there. The man will say, which one are we talking about? We'll stop. Tell me the one we're But women, that's not a big deal. They don't have to stop. They jump from topic to topic. So men hear. So when you're giving advice, don't be angry if it doesn't immediately. He is not seeing as fast as you see it to do it. So give him time. And I tell women, I was counseling somebody, like I said, counseling some generals over the weekend in Abuja. One of the generals I was counseling, his wife told him to invest in real estate, and he went to invest. And we're talking a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars kind of money. And of course, the money he invested in Forex has disappeared. Real estate she wanted them to invest in has gone up. Like, but I told you, this is... And I told her, look, don't look at it as a bad thing. He would learn time, but by experiences that this woman actually has. Men don't see, we are not wired to easily hear. We are not wired to be influenced like you. So that's why I said earlier on the session, men are more inspired. It takes a while to catch on. There are a lot of things you would tell your husband. You've told him for years. Just come home and tell you this as if it's a fresh idea. And you're wondering, what? I've been telling you this thing for years. We're slower. We're slower. We're just wired like that. So have mercy on us. All right? So give advice. All right? Because you will see things, women can know something is going to go wrong without having facts. You're just wired like that. You can't see things. So one of the things is advice. Always. And there are times in marriage you might need to be firm in your advice. It's okay to do that. All right? You might need to be firm in your advice. There's a message I preached one time titled, good disagreements, a good kind of disagreement. You know, it's bad when a woman is agreeing to things that are totally foolish, agreeing to things that are totally stupid, that will put the family in jeopardy. Those kind of times, it's okay to stand your ground. All right? It's okay to stand your ground. In the cases of people like Ananias and Sapphira, that's a bad time for two of them to agree. One person could have brought the idea, the other person should have at least had it. But for two of you to agree such a stupid idea, all right, it's not a good thing. So advice, that times you need to be firm, you need to be strong, you need to stand your ground, okay? In the Bible, there's a woman that was a bad woman but a good wife. Her name is Jezebel. She was a bad woman, but she was what? A good wife. Very good wife. Very supportive. Very admired her husband, loved her husband. Was willing to do anything for him. Number what am I in? 5. Number 6, adaptability. Eh? No, now I've said acceptance, admiration, assistance, advice. So I'm now in number 5. Number 5, adaptability. Or alignment, anyone you want to call it. Adaptability. This is what is translated submission in the Bible. Men like you to get along with them in the plan. That's adaptability. And it's one of the gifts God gave you again. In Genesis chapter 2, when he said, I'll make him a helper, that word means a helper that is suitable and adaptable. So a woman is adaptable, incredibly adaptable. Because you are largely influenced from what is happening around you. You are very, very adaptable. God made you that way for a reason. Because the truth is that you don't know who you will marry. The way somebody said it, women don't marry who they want. You know, it's not who you want, it's who comes. It's not you. You can't marry who you want. It's who comes. It's from who comes you will pick. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. And somebody said a man can't sleep with who he wants. It's who agrees. So, adaptability is one of the gifts God gave you because you don't know who you're going to marry. And that's why I tell single ladies particularly, try not to over-create an image of who you want to marry before he comes. It's part of what's stopping people from recognizing their husband when he comes. Because you've already painted your own picture. From a false idea. From a theoretical idea. From examples of other men you've seen. You've painted the picture. You've taken the stature of this person to the personality of the other person, to the wisdom of one person, then to the money of another person. You've joined 13 people and created an image of how your husband should look. Because you naturally fantasize a lot about marriage. So you need to be careful not to, the reason why you don't find some people attractive is because you have spent all your life dreaming about tall, dark, and handsome. So short and fair now comes. And you say, I'm not attracted to him. No, it's not a matter of attraction. It's just that you have, customized and dreamt of a picture. Adaptability is one of the gifts God gave you. It's what we call submission. When you marry, you need to follow your husband, whatever he is or whoever he is. That's what's going to happen. If a woman marries a drug dealer, she will be the best drug dealer's wife ever. If that same woman gets born again and divorces that drug dealer and marries a bishop, she will be a great mommy Gio, same woman. Most women can become anything. You have the gift to become anything. All right? So adaptability is like submission. Oh, this is what we want to do. This is where we want to go. That's submission. Get on with the plan. Agree with him. Then the last one I'll share. Then I'll take one question because I'm already on my time. Last one is appreciation. Appreciation. All right? Again, you have the gift of details. So what happens to you? The gift of details come with the burden of pettiness. All right? There are certain gifts that come with burdens. Do you understand? If you have if a man has gift of singing, he will deal with the burden of female admirers. That's why most of our music stars have baby mama. It's not easy being a star and warding off all those plenty women. Even if you ward off many, some will still fly into your house. It's not easy. So there are certain gifts that come with certain burdens. Do you understand? So if you have the gift of details, it also means you have the burden of pettiness. You must be able to manage being petty. Because you see too much details. And in life, it's not every detail you need to attend to. Some things you need to let it be for a while. But because you see details, you just think I must address everything. And sometimes when your husband or man is doing 50 or 60% of things right, your attention will go to the 40% he's not doing right. So you can tend to overlook the 60 and focus on the 40 that's not going well. And you feel bad and you nag and you fight. What you should do is to reverse it. Praise him for the 60 he's doing well. Appreciation. That will most likely make him even do the other ones well. All right? Praise him for the one he's doing well. It will make him do more. When he gets addicted to your praise, addicted to your appreciation, he will not want to put you down. Unfortunately, most women want to attack him for the one he's not doing well. And men are not like women. If you attack a woman for what she's not doing well, her first instinct is to do better. Men are not like that. If you attack him for what he's not doing well, he will run away to where somebody will appreciate him. That's how men work. We're not going to work harder because of your attack. We are likely to respond better if we are appreciated. Even if it's 10% is doing well and 90% wrong, come with your drums and trumpet for that 10%. Praise him. You will see that he will start increasing. But your instinct as a woman is to nag him. That's your mate. Don't do that. Appreciate him. All right. I'll take one question before we go.
Hello.
One, because I'm already on my time.
How is respect demonstrated, and also is it different per socio-cultural context?
Largely, it can be different per socio-cultural difference, but for you, I think it's more a man and woman thing, because for you women, saying your mind is not a problem, it's a good thing. For men, it's not like that. That's why you notice we don't talk like you. You say your mind. I don't like it. I don't like it. So you, that's openness. For us, you're attacking me. So you need to, until that man feels respected, you have not respected him. So you can't confront. You can say the same things and look for a nicer way to say it. Don't nag him. Don't attack him. Don't attack his person. All right? So instead of saying you, instead be saying I. So instead of saying you are a bad person or you caused this thing, you can say, oh, I feel you don't love me. I feel abandoned. All right? You are owning how you feel. You are not putting it on him. Once you put it on him, he's not even going to think, he's just going to defend himself first. Do you understand? So you have to learn the kind of words you use. Because amongst women, those things might not bother you. But for men, there are some words they might just take, you are being rude or you're attacking me. So you coin what you're saying well. Avoid confrontation. Like I said, men like it when you are by their side, not in front of them. Men don't do well with face-to-face at all. Once they feel you are coming to confront. Like I told you, one of the generals I was talking to, he said, I resist every form of control. Because men hate anything that's confronting. Come by their side. Admire them. Praise them for what they are doing well. Drop whatever you want to complain about as a side topic. He will hear better. Because he was hearing, his ear was wide. You drop what you want. But if you're attacking him, he will just bring his shield. So even when you're making sense, and most times women are making sense with their complaint, it's just that the way they are bringing it, the man has already blocked you off without even listening. All right? So it's not the respect thing. It's not a cultural issue. The real coach in the world that is the biggest coach on love and respect is a white person. So it's not, many people think it's an African thing at all. The biggest coach for love and respect is Dr. Emerson Eggridge. He's a white guy. And he says he's from research and study and both scripture. That shows that a man's biggest need is respect. And a woman's biggest need is love. All right. Can I sneak one more
Sorry,
question?
sir. Yeah, just before then. You said 7 things.
Yes, I'm not giving the 7 so that when they... That's your name. Last question. Yes.
Sorry, so you mentioned something about to do with adaptability and alignment. So I was in a conversation with someone before, and so her husband said, I'm the head of the home, we're going to move to Nigeria. And she's like, no, because there are other things in our lives, children, school, my work, being the main breadwinner in the home. How am I just supposed to up and leave with you to go to Nigeria because you feel you should be going? You don't even considered or asked me that what are the possibilities. You're saying we have to because I'm the head of the home. So her rebutting that sentence, is that her not aligning or, yeah, that's my...
Okay, good. That's a good question. And that is is a big move. So I can understand her. She can't just align with that. But in smaller things, has she been given an idea of alignment? Has she been submissive? agreeable in other smaller things before that time. That will help you. So that by the time you're saying no for this one, the man doesn't have a mindset, you always argue. There's already enough ground, stories to show that I support you. And even in that case, this kind of case, she should not even start by saying, no, we should not do that. There are many ways to say that, hey, let's think about it more, share more with me what you have in mind. Okay, how are we going to handle finances? You're asking questions, but you see, you're in a discussion. When you just say no, some people, I'm telling you the way men are wired, they will just look for fight. They will say, I'm going. A lot of men destroy their home. I'm telling you, I'm a counselor for 25 years. A lot of men destroy their homes just because they hate control. Like I'm telling you, I'm talking to somebody over the weekend, a major general. He controls everybody in his life. He's a major general. But he resists every sign of control. So a man would do something bad rather than to be controlled. I've seen many men say, someone even told me that I would rather even do the wrong thing than to allow this man. So what she should do, she's making sense. A lot of times women are making sense. Between me and you, a lot of times women are making sense. It's how you now handle it. Say, hey, okay, tell me more about this, your plan. What are your plans financially? Okay, can you go first and see how it works out while I maintain this job? Because we need this job to do so and so things. You will need money even when you're going. You see, he may eventually not go. While you're doing all these things, go and pray. Say, God, this guy can't go. Go and talk to him. Go and pray. But if you just want to fight him for the sake of fighting him, you will start destroying the unity in the home. And even if he stays, he just sees you as a problem.